Hey, Anna.
Hi, Sim.
We have a special guest here for our intro.
Mimi Kennedy.
Explain to our listeners. I'm sure they all know who Mimi is. I mean, they all watch Mom.
Mimi Kennedy is my co-star on Mom, and she's so fucking brilliant. And one of the many reasons that I love coming to work every day is because I get to see you, Mimi.
Oh, Anna.
And I've learned so much from you, and I just love you so much.
Oh, it's mutual. I call her the professor now. Professor Faris, thank you.
So yeah, Mimi, I really couldn't love you more. We have
We do.
you're in my dressing room next door.
Yes.
And I look to you for advice and guidance, and I just and I love your fucking boots that you're wearing right now.
You've given me advice. We just talked about that this morning.
Thank
the
you.
right kind of boots to get so that you don't.
Well, maybe not quite the same as the life advice you give me, but
Not 4-inch spike heel boots. That hurts after a long day of work. Anyway.
that's the only wisdom I have to offer.
Well, I'm telling you, it's worth it.
I love how your entire cast, you guys are a family, and you're all pretty much best friends. I see the way you interact whenever I come to set here. It's really
Work is a
it
pleasure.
rare?
Let me just put it this way. Work is a pleasure.
We're so fortunate that we have such a tight group of women.
I know.
So let's give our listeners a tiny bit of a teaser.
Yes,
Can I put you on the spot for a second?
absolutely. I look forward to it. Oh, do it
How
now.
old were you when you lost your virginity?
That's a good question. I try to remember. I think I was either 17 or 18. It depends on the month.
Were
and the
you in
day.
love?
Yes. Madly in love. And it was the longest siege of a female body known to man because I was Catholic. I'm not supposed to.
Oh.
So it was, the boys talk about the bases.
Guilt combined with
Guilt combined with
Pleasure?
thrill, combined with pleasure, combined with mad love for this boy. It went on for a long time, and I loved him for a long time, and I treasured that relationship and that memory. But yeah, I feel sorry for people in this horrible, sort of rape culture thing, and it's such an assault, and you're supposed to do this because you're popular. I don't know what it is. I'm so old. I'm betraying my age, but to really be in love and think I really shouldn't, but I want to, and to have that go on for months, that's good sex. Just saying.
Mimi. Okay, because we're going to start the podcast here at the studio.
Yes.
I would love to have you. Will you please come?
Yes, I will.
Mimi, but she has a book coming out too. Have you?
Yes.
Are you excited about the book?
I was there.
Are you a
when-
reader? Do you read normally?
Oh yeah.
she's
Oh my God. Yes.
Not only that, she's an author. She's writing her own book.
We have so much to talk about in the podcast. So
Yeah,
maybe on
a lot. Yeah, I can't wait for the book because you know what I want to hear. I want to hear your voice, which I know very well. In written words.
You can actually do
in
it,
written
the
words.
Audible, right? You can
Well,
actually-
no, but I love to read. But when I
sure.
read, I get a voice,
Absolutely.
in my head based on what the lines I'm reading. And I know Anna's is going to be great. Plus, I always love your advice, which I do listen to. And I know that you're addressing what a geezer would contemporary subjects. You're addressing contemporary subjects.
I know shit about you. You've told me.
I know.
You've told me about
I know.
the 70s.
I know.
I can't wait to hear all
but you
about
didn't
it.
know when I when I first lost my virginity.
but
We have much to
I know
cover.
you got stories.
I do.
I love you so much.
All right,
Thank
honey.
you.
Okay, so you can get Unqualified. It's available October 24th, and you can get it on iBooks, Amazon, Target, Barnes & Nobles, and your local independent bookstore. So please go out and support your local indie bookstore.
Can we pre-order that? Amazon
Yeah.
always has that.
You can pre-order
thing.
it right now on Amazon if you,
You
wanted
can
to.
pre-order it on
Absolutely.
it. I'm doing that.
And she's also doing a book tour as well.
Well, I assume.
So if you want information on the book tour, go to unqualified.com/book tour. And the cities are Jersey City, Austin, Seattle, and LA. I'm actually going to be at your book event in Austin because you're also going to be doing something really special there. At the Alamo Draft House, you're going to be screening your movie, House Bunny. And anyone that buys a ticket to that event gets a free copy of the book and gets to meet you in a signature, right? You get to do a whole meet and greet as well?
Yeah. I'm terrified, but I'm excited, but I'm terrified. It's
House Bunny. I told her.
Such a great movie.
Anna, that was where you personified the Barbie doll better than anybody ever has before.
I love you, Mimi.
It's the working,
I
the living
sometimes
Barbie doll.
If I ever get a glimpse of that movie, not that I watch my work a lot, but
Yeah.
I do remember I was hungry.
Hungry the whole time.
I was hungry, but I was also really proud. I was proud.
Because why? Did you diet down to
Well,
nothing?
no. I was proud, not because of the physicality, but because it was a project that I helped create and sold, and it has a very special place
It had
in my
your
heart.
sensibility all over it, which is why it was good.
Embrace the idiot.
Mimi, thank you so much for hanging out,
Mimi, I
and
love
we're
you
looking
so
forward to
much.
having you.
That's
Mimi, I love you so much.
And now here is Lee Daniels.
She's unqualified, unqualified. She's unqualified, unqualified.
Here, take this.
hide behind characters
Where's Lee's mic?
my whole career. And so with having the book,
You're the actress. I know you.
Wait, is this a joke?
Lee, I love you.
Lee, take a mic. Lee, take a mic.
Here's your mic. Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Now what? Because whatever it is, it was fucking fierce.
Thank you.
Now what?
Well, I don't know.
Because whatever it is, it
you're
was
looking
very,
deep
very
into
powerful.
my eyes.
No, because I don't like not knowing.
Do you just do random people's podcasts?
I don't know. I trust her blindly, but it doesn't matter. I know you as an actor, don't I?
Yeah, I'm an actor.
Okay, so let's figure this out real quick. Can you just unembarrass me right now and tell me? I mean, she's clearly someone, and I know the work. So the work, whatever you did,
House Bunny?
huh?
House Bunny. She was a star of the House Bunny.
I did.
Oh my God, how fucking hilarious! Of course, of course.
Lee, I love it that you're just doing
no.
random people's podcasts.
I don't know. I don't.
You're a podcast whore.
I've only
You
done
just
two.
like we call you up and you're just like
No,
fuck
well,
yeah, I'll do a
I just
podcast.
try. I
don't even know where I'm going.
Listen.
You're here at Warner Brothers Studio. You show up
You know
and you're
what,
like, who the fuck is this blonde woman
because-
that's hugging me?
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I just trust my team. I just you have to
I
just
love
give
that.
away.
Of course, yeah. I'm
and
with
sometimes,
you.
yeah.
Sim
But now I'm
leads me
embarrassed
around.
now. I'm embarrassed now because I really enjoyed. I didn't enjoy the movie. I enjoyed you.
Thank you.
I enjoyed you. I thought that no, I enjoyed you. I enjoyed what you did was how do I say this? What you did was you made me laugh. It was very visceral. And you went out of your you took risks, and that's what actors should do. You took bold risks. And I thought that was wow. I just thought that was really good. Thank you very much. I'm so embarrassed now. That's what a
please
great
don't be.
way to start. Dum, bum, bum, bum. Lee Daniels done came in here and embarrassed himself. Sorry.
No. But thank you.
And you have a book now.
Yeah, we're not talking about me. We're going
Okay.
to talk about you.
Okay, sure.
But thank you, and I'm really honored that you're here. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Don't make fun of these
This
shoes.
is our
Can we talk
first-
about these shoes?
I don't make fun of things.
Okay, well,
I'm a
well,
sincere person, and I don't.
sincere people make fun of things sometimes.
Well, behind people's backs.
Don't make fun of me when I leave, please.
I won't. But dear listeners, Lee Daniels is our unbelievable guest tonight, and we're at the Warner Brothers studio for like our first podcast in my dressing room, and he's wearing these fabulous flip flops.
Are they though? That's the question. I think they're too
I'm
fabulous.
just worried
I'm not
your,
worried.
your feet might sweat.
Well, not only do they sweat, but you see how bad the how I need desperately a what you call it
Pedicure?
pedicure. That's what happens when you wear shoes like this. And this is the first time that I've worn them. So I won't wear them again because it gives too much attention.
A shoe
to it.
mistake
Is a big
is a
mistake. It's a
tough one. Yep.
mistake.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm so
Women
happy
get
we're
that
not on
all
TV.
that time.
It's podcast time.
So wait, tell me everything. So
Yep.
you've done podcasts before,
I've done one or two.
and have you enjoyed the experience?
Well, I only the one that I remember is this last one moments ago that I'm still sort of trying to figure out. Oh my God, what did I just say?
Who was it? Oh, Marin. Nice.
I love you. I love you so much right now, Lee. I couldn't actually. I'm like, my heart is feeling.
Did I make a fool of myself?
No,
This is amazing.
No. It's I just like because I would do the exact same thing. Sim has to like drag me around to very like. Anyway, I
get
love
it.
you. I so get it. I so get it. I'm with you. Like
Right now, I'm more concerned about my episode. Is the 3 going to turn out good? How's it going to test on 2? How's 2 going to test? Are we, how are we doing?
should we apologize for being narcissists? I mean, I'm calling you a narcissist, and I feel like a true narcissist
identifies.
Wouldn't feel like insulted by that.
No,
idea.
not at all. Am I a narcissist? I guess.
You might be, but I am too.
I think to do this shit that we do every day is narcissism.
Oh yeah.
I think that to put yourself up for ridicule and put your heart out and your soul out into a place to be critiqued. I think that is something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with all of us.
What do you think that is? I mean, do you think it's like a childhood trauma? Or do you
I think it's
like
the wanting to be loved.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yeah.
A desperate need and putting up a facade.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by State Farm. And in honor of their surprisingly great auto insurance rates, I'm going to tell you about a particularly surprising day on set. It takes me a long time to read a script. For almost every line of dialogue, I will stop to figure out why my character would say it, how it fits in the conversation, and how it's going to come out of my mouth. Between the lines, there are larger chunks of text which describe everything else happening in the scene. Maybe what a room looks like, what characters are wearing, and what they're doing. As I often underestimate how long everything in my life takes, I know I can make up some time by reading those larger chunks a little faster. I got the script for Overboard about 6 months before we started production. I read it in my warm living room, wearing comfortably warm clothes, sipping from a warm mug of tea. Somehow, it never occurred to me that when you jump off a boat in the middle of the ocean, the water is surprisingly cold. And it doesn't get any warmer on take 2. Here at Unqualified, we love State Farm because they provide coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by ZocDoc. Who gets excited about trying a new restaurant that has 2 out of 5 stars? When it comes to finding healthcare, don't ratings matter even more? ZocDoc is a free app where you can compare doctors, read reviews from real patients, and even make same-day appointments. When I finally called to reschedule my dentist appointment, I was told that my dentist had been retired for nearly 3 years. In my defense, parking was a nightmare. Through ZocDoc, I found a new dentist who had great reviews, took my insurance, and whose office was actually within walking distance. I was also able to book an appointment instantly without talking to a receptionist who made me feel guilty about not having my teeth cleaned for 3 years. My new dentist didn't make me feel guilty either, and only suggested I floss a little more often. Whether you need a primary care physician, dentist, dermatologist, psychiatrist, eye doctor, or other specialist, ZocDoc makes healthcare easy. Now is the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/unqualified and download the ZocDoc app. Sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor who might be available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc.com/unqualified. When you were a kid, did you cry in front of the mirror?
You're vile. You are vile. Sorry, little bitch.
Listen,
That's
dude,
just like-
you know that I'm just trying
God.
to like.
Yes, I did.
Of course you did. I did. Yeah. Yes. Right? Yep. Yep. The tragedy. The tragedy.
Is that narcissism?
I always thought if
Is
I
it
would,
narcissism?
oh yeah. But well, I don't know. But when
It's the real, okay? It's the real. I did. Why though?
because I wanted,
I don't know why. I can't answer why.
I know why, because
Tell
my
me.
my mom didn't ever want to see me cry. She was like, "You have nothing to feel. You can't feel sorry for yourself. What are you doing? Like, you are so lucky." Blah blah blah. And so I would have to cry to myself in front of the mirror.
I only did it
and
twice.
just think,
I've only did it.
Oh.
No, I swear. I can remember the times that I did it.
really?
Yes, I can remember vividly the times that I did it.
What were they?
I don't remember. Just like it was stupid, but I remember being in 8th grade. And I want to
Were
say
you getting
maybe,
bullied?
I don't remember.
8th grade was the worst.
The
That was
worst.
my
For me-
worst like bullying
For me.
year.
Yeah. My dad told me, and this was before he was killed. My dad told me, I used to get called fag and sissy and I remember, well, even from kindergarten, being able to, remembering being bullied, knowing that I was gay and knowing that I was different, not knowing that I was gay really, but knowing that I was different and holding my urine so I wouldn't have to go to the bathroom because I was so afraid. And then running at 3:00, running home all the way. And it was something that was just innate. And I just did it all through 8th grade, and then, or 7th grade. And my dad finally, one day he caught me and he said, "You're going to go outside and you're going to fight those guys." And I did. And I went to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't know when the tears happened in the mirror, but it was somewhere between kindergarten and 8th grade. And it happened twice.
So then, like, how did I don't know, like, what's the story of sort of like recovery? And you clearly are now like so fucking hugely successful, and you tell these stories
It's so funny. I don't see myself that way. I really don't.
as successful or a storyteller.
I see myself as a storyteller, but I don't see myself as successful as you say that I am.
How? Why not?
I don't know. I wish I could answer that honestly. I don't know. Maybe that's something I should talk about in therapy. I'm going to talk about that in therapy tomorrow. And when do I see my therapist? Saturday? Saturday. I'll talk about it on Saturday. Well, your iPod podcast, will it?
There's a lot of peas.
will it air by Saturday so he can hear it?
No.
Oh, so anyway, remind me to talk about that. You put that in my text? Text me so I can talk to him.
Okay, so
You think I'm joking? I text because I remember things to talk about to my therapist.
that's good. I should do that. I need to go to therapy. Fuck.
Well, sometimes, I think therapy is through the work too, for the longest time.
Yeah.
Like it's been, I don't know about an actor. Does it work for an actor? Because it works for me as a director and as a creator. What is therapeutic for me and has been therapeutic for me, and by addressing my issues, have been through the work.
Yeah.
I end up like feeling like, oh, that's over with. Oh, that's over with. Like, oh, I got that over with. And I check off the boxes. But then you come up and you realize that you're still left with the current situation, whatever your current problems are. I escape in the work to articulate my pain from my past. But then I come up from out of the work, and there's still situations that I got to deal with. Does that make any sense?
Oh, completely. And
That's a mouthful, but I
for
hope
me,
it's
though-
not too deep or
Oh my
anybody's
God,
head.
fuck no.
Yeah.
But no, for like I love to escape through.
I'm going back to
characters.
listen. I'm
You're
going back to you
Philly?
telling me. No, are you from Philly?
No, but I read that you are
I am. Listen, I'm going back to you telling me that I'm a. What'd you say I was?
a narcissist,
No.
but you're also fucking handsome.
Thank you. But what was the word you said?
Empath?
Something. No, you said something about like powerful or something.
You are. You're
Something.
fucking powerful.
And so I'm trying to adapt to that. The narcissist part, okay, I'll buy it. I guess that comes with the territory.
But that's a hard thing for a scrappy.
My publicist is, did I say something wrong?
No, but for like because I mean I grew
I
up,
don't give a fuck.
but I felt like I was a loner as a kid, and
Were you? Me
oh
too.
yeah,
Me
oh
too.
yeah, and
I think that, go ahead.
yeah, no, you follow up on what your thought was.
I think that Wow. First of all, I'm going to go back to telling you how much I loved the your performance.
In the House Bunny? Mm-hmm. You're so sweet.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
sweet.
I swear to God. And so I think that to get... Girl, stop. Okay? Stop. But...
Lee Daniels is our guest tonight. He's fucking awesome. He's made amazing movies.
And TV shows too. You
Empire. Sorry, Lee.
got stars. But no, seriously, to get to that place, you've got to experience something to know to go there. To go there.
Yeah.
To go there, you have had to have been there to go there. Does that make any sense?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you have to have been there. Because you don't just make that shit up. Can't nobody just randomly come up with something like that. They have to have experienced a darkness or something to create that.
Yeah. Oh, completely, 100%. And like, and I really like a lot of that sort of in my comedy a bit, because I think that like good comedy sort of has to tap into loneliness, or at least like a sense of isolation, if that makes sense too. It's like, I can relate to that.
I think the most talented actors are comedians. They're the most improvisational, that know instinctively how to make the words their own in a way. And I mean, Richard Pryor certainly was an example of that. Yes, as a comedian, but more important, I watched him in Lady Sings the Blues recently with Diana Ross, and he plays a drug addict. And it's just so, it's like mesmerizing. I think that some of the most brilliant people, most brilliant actors are comedians, because they know how they have a third eye. They got a third eye.
Well, it's like the idea, I think that the first big movie I did was Scary Movie. And
see, there you go again. There you fucking go again. I knew it. I knew it.
Lee, I love you. I love it that you just are like, I'm going to do a podcast at Warner Brothers.
I'm gonna get. Can I get a podcast? What happens?
But but he told me that there's no vanity in comedy, and I like sort of mulling over that whole idea of like like good comedy, I think, makes you feel incredibly vulnerable, and that desire to be liked, and like.
Is it narcissism?
Well, I think it's a combination, because
what defines narcissism? I guess the question is that, because I don't like that word. I don't like it at all. But I think that, and sadly, I will admit that I think that the most brilliant filmmakers that I've sat down with are.
Oh, because no. Because, but I think it's an okay term, because I think because I admit that I have an ego, but I want to be liked. So it's that weird combination of like attempting to not be vain in a typical way. I mean, that's I have my
can I tell you something right now?
And like,
listen, what I've learned is that once you've achieved some level of success, and that I know I have, it's not what it was. It's not what it's cracked up to be. And that you find yourself becoming more reclusive and cautious.
Will you talk a little bit more about that? The idea of success not being what it's cracked up to be.
No, it's not at all. And I think that that's what I'm exploring with my new show, Star. You know, we explore in Empire what it's like to be famous. And we all became rich and famous because of it. Literally. Do you know?
Yep. And
literally.
So how did that not give you the reward that
it didn't? Because you're still left with yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah. And sometimes even more lonely.
And then you have people around you sometimes that want things from you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then you're the bad guy if you don't supply. Mm-hmm. And so you're dealing with your own self, like issues like trying to make everybody happy as you're doing your thing. Mm-hmm. And you've heard about these types of bloodsuckers. They do movies about them, but when it's actually happening to you, you don't even know it's happening.
You don't feel it. It's like a mosquito bite. It's like you don't feel it until.
And it's really painful.
And when
you come from, an impoverished place. You're there to give back. Like I have friends, like, most of my friends, like their families are wealthy and they grew up with wealth. And so the idea and the concept of giving back is incomprehensible. So I'm here to make sure that, cousin so-so is okay and that her cancer bill is paid or whatever. And then if you don't do it right, then you're famous.
But then what
you're famous and you don't give a fuck.
But what
You know what I mean?
happens
And so you're just like, so you're constantly dealing with that because you don't want them to feel that you've changed.
Yeah, right.
Do you know?
Yeah, of course.
So that,
'cause
so
you're
then
losing your community.
then you have to do everything politically correct because then you're an embarrassment. You're already embarrassment sometimes because you're like out and gay,
Do you feel that way?
Sometimes,
Really?
for sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was
Like,
just
wait, like when does that feeling intensify
Like
itself?
I remember specifically, my mom was like, Miss So-and-so at the church thinks something's wrong with you and us because you make these movies like The Woodsman about a pedophile or Precious and stuff and Shadow Boxer, and you make these movies that are just like, they're like, can you just do a movie like Tyler Perry? And I go, huh? So I said, who said this? She said, somebody at the church. I won't mention the person's name. So
I like Mrs. So-and-so.
So I said,
She sounds like she might not be getting laid.
I said, all right, let me make The Butler. That shut that bitch up for good. For good. You know what I mean? I got points there for a while.
Yeah. But you shouldn't have to. Yeah. Of course. But
Oh, Miss So-and-so knows that I called her a bitch if she's listening to this.
she loves Anna Faris is Unqualified.
You don't know. Go ahead.
But
As I edit myself, but it's too late now.
no, I love this. This is you're fucking amazing. I'm sorry if Mrs. So-and-so is not going to like all my swearing.
Yeah. Fuck her.
Fuck her.
Mom, I didn't mean that, Mom.
Okay, so wait. I'm getting urged by Sim
because I know we're not going to get to both
Yeah.
calls, but I really
What?
want Lee
Okay.
to experience the first call. So
Okay.
before we get
Okay,
to that,
okay.
Calls.
advice calls.
Okay.
It's an advice show. Pat-
Love.
Yes. Okay.
Advice.
Okay. So now wait, Lee. I don't
Yeah.
know if you're single, and you don't have to tell us if you are. But this is imagine if you were. This is a game we call deal breakers.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of walking, he uses his hoverboard.
Do you know what a hoverboard is? One of those.
I think it's
Is there
like
a picture attached? There's a picture, right?
no. It's like a
The thing that you
floating skateboarding thing.
the thing that
The skate, like, it looks
motorized
like a skateboard.
Yeah.
but it
motorized
looks like-
skateboard.
it has
Yeah,
two
I know what it
wheels.
is. Yeah. We put it. Hakeem put it on Empire. Had him rolling down the hallway. I tried that shit. I did kill myself almost.
So is that
my
a deal breaker?
Say that. What's the question again?
Instead of walking, you're this dude that you're into, or maybe he's into you, or you're dating, or whatever. He uses his hoverboard.
So in other words, I would
Like you're going down to,
I would
you're going
only-
to brunch in Silver Lake, and
I could only
you're walking, and he's
on his hoverboard. if he were hot, yeah, I'd hoverboard
Okay,
him.
all right, all
Yeah,
right.
he can hoverboard my.
all right. So
hoverboard.
not a deal breaker.
Not a deal breaker.
Okay, number 2, he has a penis implant.
A penis implant. What does that mean? A penis implant?
I don't know.
A penis implant. Would I date somebody with a penis implant?
Yeah.
It depends on the color.
What does that mean?
You go figure that one out.
I can't.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Neither is the
complicated.
So it depends on the color of the penis implant. How about that? How about that?
How about that, Lee? I can't fucking. How about that? This is a puzzle I cannot unravel. How about that? All right, fine. We'll leave that one for our listeners to figure out. Okay, on the third date, he brings his screenplay and asks for notes.
It is a deal breaker.
Nice. Okay, he asks how much money you make on the first date.
Now, would you really want to know the true answer?
Yes.
The true answer is
How hot is he?
yes. That's really that's the true answer. But no, the true answer is that that's a deal breaker. for sure.
Or maybe you would.
No, I would no. I don't need to no, because then you already know what time it is. You know, you asking me how much money I make on my first date? You're out of here. Stick a
I'm
fork
with
in
you.
it.
I'm with
Stick
you.
a fork in it. Next,
Okay. He has daddy spelled on his knuckles.
it's not a deal breaker.
All right. Daddy. Baby.
It's not a deal breaker.
Daddy Daniels. He has a testicle piercing.
That's a deal breaker.
Okay. All right. Why?
I don't know.
I think I
it's
know
like,
why.
I'm turned off by all like, you know, I've seen this like porn stuff, like, you know, the piercings in the clitoris and all that kind of, it's too much. It's too much. I don't, it's too much. It's too surgical. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get piercings down there. I don't. I've seen some too. Oof.
You have?
Oh yeah.
I haven't.
You don't watch porn?
Not as much.
Well, I don't watch porn that much,
kind
but I
of
mean, you
like
know.
I like literature. Is that fucked up?
No, it's not at all. Ain't nothing wrong with, you know, there's pornographic literature.
Oh yeah, I know that. That's what I read. That's all I read. That's all I read all day long. Okay. He always calls you Lee Daniels instead of just Lee.
That's a problem. That's a deal breaker.
Okay.
I don't
Why?
like that. I don't know.
Is it like too formal? Is
it's
it
like, you know,
too
you're
like
liking-
recognizing of like your your stature?
Problem.
Yeah. It would be weird if somebody called me Anna Faris all the time.
Well, then exactly.
Yeah.
So why would you ask me some shit like that?
Because Lee Daniels rolls off the tongue because it's like two first names.
Well, it's not my real name. My real name is Leonardo Daniels. And then my
that's
Hollywood name became Lee Daniels.
Leonardo.
Hey.
Leonardo. I like that.
Leonardo. That's my real name.
Okay, I like that. He likes to be tickled while he orgasms.
No. Who writes this shit? Are you joking me? Who
Why would you be
likes to
so
tickled?
judgmental about
Well,
that?
I'm asking you, do you like to be tickled when you're orgasming?
No.
Then why the fuck would I want to be?
But why wouldn't you be open?
I'm not open
Listen,
to
to
nobody
each
that
his
wants to be tickled. That's why they're orgasming.
To each his own, right?
Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. No judging.
That's right.
Nicey to everybody.
That's right.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
It would be an odd sensation combination.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Warby Parker. Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and the lofty goal of creating boutique quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Sunglasses, with or without a prescription, start at $95 and, just like eyeglasses, are available through their home try-on program. You just choose 5 pairs and see which ones you like. I was surprised by how quickly they arrived, which presented me with the immediate problem of deciding which ones to keep. I loved all of them, so you can guess what happened. And not only can you feel good about how cool you look, you can also feel good knowing that for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need through partnerships with nonprofits like Vision Spring. Offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams, Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. So put your FSA or HSA dollars to good use on Warby Parker prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/unqualified. That's warbyparker.com/unqualified. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Osea. Wondering what to gift your friends and family this holiday season? Female founded over 25 years ago by a mother and daughter team, Osea's award-winning cleansers, serums, face moisturizers, and body products give you the results you want. skin that looks and feels amazing. I recently got to try Osea's new body butter, which, like their now famous Undaria algae body oil, transforms dry skin without being greasy, has the same incredible scent, and leaves your skin soft, smooth, and healthy looking. If my experience is any indication, you can count on your partner giving you a lot of compliments. This holiday season, stock up and share your new favorite clean skincare and body care with your friends and family. Unqualified listeners get 10% off your first order with promo code ANNA at OseaMalibu.com. You'll get free samples with every order, and orders over $50 get free shipping. Gifting is always easier if you start early, so head to OSEAMalibu.com. Use code ANNA.
Okay, so right now, Lee,
Yep.
Anna is going to audition for the role of Cookie.
Okay, I'm out of here.
In Empire.
Are you
going to. She has her sides.
Oh no,
And
Anna.
Lee, you're going to give her notes.
Okay. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Okay.
Are we really doing this?
yeah, we're doing
Okay, here we go.
And this is more of like a cold read. I think it's a cold
Yeah,
read.
Have you seen the size? Is it a cold read or is it?
It's
a cold read.
I haven't looked at them, but you don't know that yet.
Well,
because I'm
already we got a problem because you would have studied the material prior to. So I got.
Can I just please walk into the room?
Okay, yeah. Let's start.
Hi, Lee. Anna Faris is here.
Hi.
Hello, how are
my
you?
gosh,
Now, are you the
great.
real Anna Faris or are you someone that looks like Anna Faris?
No, I'm the real one.
Hello, how are
Scary
you?
Movie
Lee.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's great.
3 and 4?
3 and 4.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for seeing me.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I have to tell you, this role spoke to me.
Well, the character is written African American. Let's start there.
Well-
I'm a fan, but let's start there. The character was written
So
as a
should I not read or?
well.
I mean, I know that
You don't
have
think
an
there's another character named Rhonda? Yeah, that we're looking for too, who is married to one of the sons. But if you read good as Cookie, who knows? You know, maybe you can be in my next TV show star, or maybe you can play this role of. Let's see what you're doing with Cookie. Can we do that?
Yeah, I would love that. I would love
I'd
that
like to
because
see
it's really it's an honor to meet you, and it's an honor to
Thank
be
you.
here. And
Thank you very much. This is a sweet girl you are.
yeah, thanks.
Let her in here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Are we recording?
We're recording.
We're
We're recording.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Anna Faris, and I'm reading for the role of Cookie.
Height.
Hi.
Height.
Oh, height.
Height.
I'm 5'4".
Good. Okay. Hit it.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, I'm not stupid. You can fool this country so they think you're legit. But I know you ain't nothing but a punk-ass gangster. Just because I asked Jesus to forgive you don't mean I do. I see right through you, and you can't toss us to the side when you can't control us anymore. The streets aren't made for everybody, baby. And that's why they made sidewalks. So, wait, do you want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Again?
One more time,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Any notes? or-
Yeah, here are the notes. My notes are, could you be a little more black? Could you?
Yeah.
Can you put some bass
Sure.
into that?
Yeah, totally.
A little bit of tood,
Yeah.
a little tood,
Okay.
a little bit of bass, a little bit of street,
Like a
a
little,
little bit of swag.
Okay.
Think a little bit. Think of Nicki Minaj. Think you got an ass like Nicki. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Think that.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
into that direction.
Yeah.
Can you do that? I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I know that you can go there.
Yeah, of course.
I
yeah.
know that I've seen your work.
Yeah.
I know you can hit it.
Okay.
Tap into it.
All right.
Hit it.
Okay. Listen, I'm not stupid.
No. You're acting. Drop in the pocket. Just be you. Say the lines as you. Drop into the pocket and give it to me. Give me your cookie. Give me your inner cookie. If you're gonna do this, let's do it. Give me your white girl cookie. Make those words come true for you. Hit it.
Listen, I'm not stupid. You can fool this country so they think you're legit, but I know you ain't nothing but a punk-ass gangster. Just because I asked Jesus to forgive you don't mean I do. I see right through you. And you can't toss us to the side when you can't control us anymore. The streets aren't made for everybody. That's why they made sidewalks.
Can I tell you, I would cast you in a fucking heartbeat if I didn't know that that character was black. Because
Really?
you made it you.
Thank you. Well, you forced me to.
No, you made it you. And you dropped in the pocket. And when you're in the pocket, there's no lying. There's no lying.
Mm-hmm.
The truth will set you free always, my darling.
Lee!
That was awesome.
Hey, wait, before we get to the call, I do, as an actor, I want to
That
ask
was
you,
good. First of all, know that was good. Did you record that? That was really good. And you should always tap into that. Well, you know that already because that's the reason why you are successful at what you do. You know what I mean? You tapped into, you made Cookie yours.
Oh, that's... Yeah.
you owned that shit. Okay, so what else?
Okay, so when you think about casting, what do you look for? Like,
Well, I look for, can I tell you were on my radar. You were on my radar. It's something that's just like it's unusual. Like, what is going to be unusual? What's unusual? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like cookie cutter at all. I don't
you
go for
want
cookie-
like
No.
an interesting...
If you really study the people that I work, even, you know, the people that are famous that have worked for me disappear. Because I don't want that, you know? I change that. I want the unusual. Because we're also unusual. And with television in particular, you know, they want that, you know, that 9 to 5, that cookie cutter, that, you know, that everyday, that, you know, no. I like that odd. Something's off.
I do too. I like to watch somebody who's really active, or active in their face, or like.
And someone that appreciates my insanity. Do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
you got to jump off the cliff with me. Like, I've written some crazy shit. Come jump. You want to play? Let's go. And that's what we do. You know, we go and we play. It's difficult, you know, to bare your soul. So many actors bare their souls for people that aren't that talented and they don't know what to do with it. And I feel bad for those actors because you have some great actors, sometimes with some mediocre directors, you know, that don't know or some mediocre showrunners that don't know what they're doing. You're like throwing pearls to swine to fucking pigs. You know what I mean? So it's, I'm really, really, sensitive to actors, crazy sensitive to actors.
I feel like we've been staring deep into each other's eyes.
Well, once you tapped into Cookie, at first you were making fun of it. You were mocking the
Yeah,
word.
well-
but then you were mocking it and it was funny.
Then you forced me to actually be kind
Yes,
of like,
and I bought who that was.
I
And it
think I
really
did.
changed my interpretation of who I thought she was. In other words, that could have happened to a white girl with blonde hair.
and I want to explore. I mostly do comedy, but I grew.
But I think that, as I told you, were you listening or were you interviewing me? Because I said earlier, I think the best actors, they have a third eye, are comedians. It's just been proven. Monique is a prime example from Precious.
Oh, she's so funny.
I mean, you know, when you tap into that, it's that third eye that you have. Mike Epps threw down for me in Richard Pryor. Like he, you know, that's why I cast him Richard Pryor. He was just like next level. They have something that that the trained actor doesn't have. I mean, sometimes it's hit and miss, you know, again, if you're not directed properly, but personally.
Yeah. No, I think that there's a darkness in comedy and a soul about it.
Well, you're truth tellers.
Yeah.
You're truth tellers.
And you
you're
have to be
truth tellers.
exposed.
I don't know that
Your
I could do it.
skin is off.
I don't know that I wouldn't do it. I don't know that I could do it.
Yes, you could. You're doing it right now.
What do you mean?
I mean,
I'm not making you laugh.
no. But you're it's about exposure,
Mm-hmm.
and you are making me laugh, and
I'm not a comedian.
But no. But it's no. It's different from joke telling. You were right. It's truth telling, and it's about this is my relatable experience, and through that comedy journey, that's where your audience can sort of laugh the hardest because they know exactly what you're saying. you know?
It's deep.
Like when I wore headgear in 8th grade, or when you cried in front of the mirror, or like, you know.
Did you
like,
cry in front of the mirror? Or
Oh,
you just
fuck yeah.
Okay, good. So I thought you
Oh,
made
yeah.
me trick me into
No. That would be weirdly conniving.
that. Well, narcissistic.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you do have a negative association with that word, I think.
I do.
I know.
I should learn. I should look at it. Maybe I don't even know what the word means. You know?
I've started to embrace it a little bit as like this is just something that people in our industry are a lot of times.
A lot of times.
The need to be liked, the need to be accepted.
Okay.
And with also a healthy ego. And, you know, and it can be, we can warp ourselves into be like slightly dismissive of people sometimes. Or, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know exactly what I mean, Lee. This is what I'm saying. That you're cringing because you know it's true. Yep. Yeah. And it's, especially in Hollywood, we have to, we're all
But you
such
know what?
hustlers that we have to put some of this shit.
Can I tell you though?
Yeah.
Once you get to a place, the hustle's gone. I don't know whether. I mean, I guess if I were forced to hustle, I would. I mean, I guess I could do it again. But the hustle has sort of been there, done that. You know, been there, done that. I don't think.
I think as an actor, I will always have to be doing a bit of that, like a bit of a showman.
That's sad.
It's like a showman. It's like I'm selling my wares. And I also I have the luxury of being able to create my own projects and being a part of things.
There you go.
But it's also like, here, I have to sell, if I want to create a project, I have to sell it to a studio. I have to like do like, and maybe it's as a woman too, but I don't think there's shame in that. I think it's okay. It's just part of
The business.
Yeah, it's part of being a creative person and being able to make money and being able to live and being able to then create more. Yeah. You were looking at me like you either want to.
No, I'm thinking. You make me
good.
think.
Oh, good.
I'm thinking. I don't like. I'm thinking. You're making me think about the hustle part, and the hustler part, and because I did hustle for a long time.
Yeah, we have to.
But then you get thrown with the reality of the work after you hustle.
Oh, completely.
And I think I appreciate the hustle more than I appreciate the work, because the
Yeah.
work is like, oh my God, where's the hustle?
yeah.
Because the hustle was easy compared to the work. The work is like a nightmare.
There's
you know what I
nothing
mean?
like getting the day that you get the phone call that you got the job. It's
Right?
It's like
hi,
and then it's
the
oh,
work.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I
What
have
did
to
I
do
get?
this. I have to be vulnerable. I have to my face is going to be recorded. I have to do the words that somebody wrote. I have to figure out this character. I have to do the whole thing. But
we do it.
But then you do it, and
it could be a lot worse.
Oh,
It could be a lot worse. Like I think of my best friend growing up, who's a postal worker, who's retired now, and just like, wow, I don't know, if I could do that.
I painted.
But you know one thing?
What was your worst
she's
job?
Normal. My worst job was.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, my worst job. My worst job was working as a cook in a low rent restaurant in Philadelphia, and having breakfast. And I remember eating whatever it was there that morning, and getting food poisoning and throwing up. And it was 11 or 12, and it was the worst job. I said, "Oh my God, I will never do this again."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Breast. Yes. I hear you on the food service.
Yeah,
I worked as a waitress in a retirement home.
that's a horrible experience.
Ooh, it was rough.
Yeah.
$5.25 an hour, no tips. And yeah. It was rough.
All drag queens, one of the most important jobs as a drag queen is lip
This is pretty amazing. I love it that you're noticing this.
syncing.
Alice and Janney put that on my wall.
We have received many complaints about performers not knowing their word. Therefore, we will be watching very closely whether you know your words or not. You better work. Watermelon, motherfucker. Okay. No, I'm gonna stop right there.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Watermelon.
Watermelon, motherfucker, watermelon will not work anymore. If you do not know your words, you will not be paid for that number. That's all, Queen.
Are they talking to me? Okay.
Anna? Just because he has to go.
Yep.
I want to
Let's
do one call.
calls.
We'll do one call because we'll do the last call by ourselves after Lee leaves.
Great.
And so,
Why?
Wait,
I don't
you have,
understand.
you have a screening?
I do have a screening, but what time? Am I late now? We have to leave. What time is it? We can do one more.
One call and then.
I want 2 calls.
Okay, I would love to do 2 calls.
Hello.
Hey, Bridget, it's Sim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sim?
I'm doing really well. Here's Anna.
Hi, Bridget. It's Anna.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
I'm really good.
And Anna's going to introduce our special guest to you.
Lee Daniels and I, we're having sort of a love affair.
Hey,
Hi, my
so
darling.
Bridget, tell us what happened with your friend. Tell us the story.
So I have a friend that I've known probably for about 13 years, and I knew his brother. I mean, it's a small town that I live in, and I didn't actually know if he was, straight or gay or bi. He's a very handsome guy, so he gets attention from pretty much everyone and anyone. And over the last 3 years, we've hung out. We've been very close. And I started getting messages on Facebook and that other inbox from people that were like, "Hey, you're friends with so-and-so. How's he doing since we broke up?" And I'm like, "What?" And of course, I was very confused. For someone that is an ally of the LGBT community, I have no gaydar. I just don't have it. So I was like shocked, and I was like, "What's happening?" And so I asked my friend if he knew this person. He goes, and he had just said, he blew it off and was like, "Oh, just ignore him." So a few months later, I was talking with my hairdresser about something, and the conversation about my friend came back up. He's like, "Honey, you need to see his Grindr profile." I was like, "Why would he have a Grindr profile?" And his husband at the time also showed me his Scruff profile. I'm like, okay, so I must have missed, in my time, must have missed this announcement or something or other. And I let it go. And then he started dating a female who he never introduced to any of his circle of friends.
What is your question?
Recently, he was bringing a friend by to our game nights, and I happened to just ask his friend, after 3 months of knowing this new person, said, "Hey, are you guys like a thing? Like, are you guys a couple, or are you just hanging out? Are you just friends? Whatever." And he said, "Yeah, we're a thing." And I was like, "Awesome! I love this. I adore you guys." So I brought it up to my friend a little while later, and I said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I know that you guys are a thing right now, and I love it." And he went completely shut down, left the party, left the game night, and since then has not returned to any of my text messages. He no longer responds to the game night text messages. His new friend is no longer responding either. Sure, I obviously made a mistake in saying something, but I feel like I don't know if I should reach out to him again or just leave him alone.
Oh, boy.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
I mean, you miss him, right? Because you want to reach out to him, and that's
Yeah.
why you're calling, we're talking, right?
Do you miss him?
I miss them both. It's kind of sad because his new friend came into the group, and we texted him and said, "We love this person. Don't screw this up because we're attached." And he just played it off as a joke, but now I don't talk to anyone in the group.
I don't know what to do. What do we tell her? Hold on. Let's have a moment about this.
Bridget, I feel confused about what do you think that you did wrong? Because I feel confused.
I don't think you did anything wrong.
Yeah, me neither. Do you think you did? Like
I said, I know that coming out is a very hard thing for some people that are very scared
Yeah, but
of being closeted.
Did he know that you knew?
He didn't know. According.
So was he lying to you?
Oh yeah, he was making. He was constantly talking about like banging chicks, which is, a term that even my.
Was he actually, or was he lying to you?
I have no idea, but I do know that the other men in my town that have had conversations with me is like, he is not sleeping with women. So, and if he is, if he isn't, but it was one of those things where the way he was talking about it definitely didn't give me the vibe that he was actually sleeping with women. It's like, okay, I'll let you play this.
Can you send me his picture?
I'm sure you wouldn't. I mean, at this point, he's not talking to me. He'd be like, "Hey,
well, no,
I know somebody who knows somebody. Do you want to be his friend?"
Listen, I think that inevitably, I think that what he probably feels bad about is lying to you. And I think that if there was a friendship that was there, he probably feels bad about, being dishonest to you. And can I tell you something? I've been dishonest to many women as and not knowing, especially if that woman was close to me. I'd take a beat, let him experience what he's experiencing, and reach out to him again.
Yeah. And maybe almost, I don't know why I've been on a letter writing kick. But like a letter just saying like that you miss him, or it really depends on how much you want him in your life, I think, or them in your life. But I think that having something in a written form,
I think that's good, powerful.
Yeah,
it's very powerful.
Yeah.
The question is, did you want him in your life? That's the question for you. The question for you is really, do you want him in your life?
I do. I mean, I miss him. We used to go to like movies and go to breakfast. And he did get like a job, but I do know from his past, he's had really dark, deep depression. And so my main concern and worry is that this might have triggered him to go back into that dark hole. And the reason why I wanted him to know that I knew about him and his friend was because I saw him happy, and I was like, I want you to live your fullest life. I'm not obviously going to bust out the glitter like party or anything like that for you. I just want.
Let me ask you, did you have a crush on him?
I did at one point. I was doing my makeup all the time. Every time I saw him, I made sure that I looked cute. And then when I got this Facebook message from somebody, things started to click. And, I would just, I wouldn't have to worry about putting on makeup. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to play this as this is your secret. We're just going to be chummy. And, from time to time, I would banter with him about certain things, and he'd go right along with it. So I don't necessarily think he was like, oh, she knows, because he was in complete shock. He was pretty tan, and he went full white when I said it, like deer in headlights. And I was like, oh no, I just made a critical error.
I think that, I don't know. I think that you should tell him all of these things somehow, either in a letter or an email, and say like, I miss your friendship. Like this is like, tell him everything. Tell him like, I used to put on makeup for you. Like I used to put on makeup for you. I think you're incredibly handsome. I realize that you are gay, and I want to support you, but I also want to be, I want to be in your life. And I called this crazy podcast and talked to Lee Daniels, and
I see why you have this question answer. You're really good at it.
Thank you.
You are. You're really good at it. You're very soothing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did that help you?
But do you know what I mean?
Isn't she great? I sort of would call her for advice.
Thank you. But also realize too that you're not going to get the answer necessarily that you want, and it's going to be because I think your friend's going through like a lifelong journey here, and you are as well, and so you won't get like complete soothing satisfaction immediately, but I think that you I think it will be a relief for you if you just sort of lay everything out as you explained it to us, because you haven't
done anything. You haven't done anything.
Yeah. And
You're hurting right now.
Your intentions are totally pure.
And if he is as friendly, if he cares about you, he will respond. And if he doesn't, it wasn't meant to be.
And people like go in and out. They telescope with each other's lives. Yes, you have to go.
Right.
So you know what I mean? So he may need a beat, and maybe, he'll come back to you. And that's sort of...
And you need a beat too. You need a beat before you write that email or that text.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bridget, Lee has to leave right now.
Okay.
It was so nice talking to you, Bridget.
Thank you so much, Lee, for your help.
You've given me something to write about for my TV show. You've given me something.
Can I audition?
Yeah, you can audition for sure. You can. I wouldn't audition you. I would offer you something. We'd have to figure out what to do. Yeah. But we'd steal her idea. Bridget, you want to sue me? We'd steal your idea. Nice to meet you, Bridget.
Actually, Bridget, we're going to say bye to you right now because we do have to say bye to Lee. But thank you so much.
Great.
Bridget, yes, we're
so much,
going to
Jen.
email you. Bridget, I love you. Thank you so much.
And just
Thank
send
you
me
so
an
much for
email if
calling,
you need more
Bridget.
help.
I love you
Just
too.
contact me, okay?
Okay.
I will.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Bridget.
Bye.
Lee, thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Oh,
we
it was
really,
really
really
fun.
appreciate
Oh my
it.
God,
It was
yes,
so
You
fun.
were
thank
seriously
you.
one of my all-time favorite guests.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I could feel like I could stare deep into your eyes forever.
Bye, guys.